Michael Jordan didn't chase greatness. He ran from humiliation. That's the part most people don't understand. At 15 years old, he wasn't benched. He wasn't overlooked. He was cut. And when you're cut at that age, something breaks quietly. Not confidence, identity. Because rejection at that moment doesn't say you're not good enough. It says you don't belong. And Jordan never stopped hearing that voice. People like to romanticize that story. They say it motivated him. That's not accurate. Motivation fades. This didn't. Jordan didn't use that moment to work harder for a season. He used it to rebuild who he was. He went home and didn't talk about it, didn't process it, didn't heal it. He stored it. And every time he touched a basketball, that moment came back with him. Not as fuel, not as fear. Fear of being exposed again. If stories like this don't just inspire you, but unsettle you, stay here. This is the Golden Lining. I'm Kush Nathu, and I tell stories about moments that permanently alter how people see themselves. For Michael Jordan, that moment never ended. It followed him. Here's where Jordan became different. Most people try to move past pain. Jordan kept it alive. If no one disrespected him, he imagined they did. If no one doubted him, he invented doubt. He turned teammates into obstacles, opponents into enemies, games into personal battles. Not because they were, because he needed them to be. Peace would have made him ordinary, and ordinary felt dangerous. Jordan's work ethic wasn't just discipline, it was control. Control over outcome, control over perception, control over fear. Practice wasn't about improvement, it was about domination. He didn't want to win games, he wanted to remove doubt permanently. That's why practices were brutal, why teammates felt pressure, why mistakes weren't tolerated, because mistakes reopened the wound. Then came success, championships, fame, validation. And here's the lie people believe that winning heals insecurities. It doesn't. Winning just raises the stakes. It doesn't. Winning just raises the stakes because once you're on top, there's only one direction left. Jordan didn't relax after winning. He became more paranoid, more intense, more demanding because losing after success would have confirmed his deepest fear that he was never enough, just temporarily winning. This is the cost. Jordan wasn't easy to love. He wasn't warm. He wasn't safe. And he didn't care. Because connection requires vulnerability, and vulnerability felt like exposure. So he chose isolation. Better to be feared than familiar. Better to be dominant than understood. Greatness has a loneliness most people aren't prepared for. Jordan accepted it. Winning became the only place noise stopped. Not joy, not relief. The court was quiet, clear, controlled. That's why retirement never worked. When basketball left, the silence got loud because without competition, there was nothing left to fight and nowhere left to run. Here's the truth most people won't say out loud pain can build greatness, but it also builds prisons. Michael Jordan teaches us something uncomfortable. Some people don't become great because they're whole. They become great because they're fractured and refuse to look away. The danger isn't obsession. The danger is not knowing why you're obsessed. If this story stayed with you, don't stop here. Click on the next video on the screen. It's another golden lining story that explores what actually drives people at the top. I'm Kush Nathu, and this is the golden lining. And this is where defining moments don't just shape success, they shape who you become.